All right, fellas. This episode of the Round Table, I wanted to cover the Nick Cannon situation. First off, let me give a big shout out to Nick Cannon.
With the turban and all.
Yeah,
that's my man.
But for those of you who don't know, Nick Cannon recently, I guess, put in his letter of resignation for the NBC. Is it an NBC show?
NBC.
America's Got Talent, because they were trying to censor his stand-up on the Showtime special, I think, that he did.
They want him to apologize.
They want him to apologize for some of the things that he said, and he kind of took it as I read some of his letter. He kind of took it as I'm basically trying to control him, because if you notice, in these last few months, the last few years, really, he's been outspoken on a lot of issues as far as what's going on with black people.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of got caught wind that they were going to try to fire him, and so he just went ahead and quit instead. And he also mentioned that you can't be fired. You can't fire a boss. And from what I know of Nick Cannon, I know he has a lot of irons in the fire. So I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. But I'm just happy to see a black entertainer willing to stand up for something, even if it's going to cost him a few dollars, which it will. These companies are all connected, and they all kind of, work together. As in, if I don't like you, nobody's gonna like you, type of shit. But it's just about time for black people to start setting up their own avenues so that they can be themselves. If you look at comedians like Robin Williams or Bob Saget, they can be America's polite dad or even mother, and then they can talk about coke and fucking for 45 minutes straight on stage, and there's no problem. But he said something really, most of what he said was more truthful, but it was also more directed toward the black community. And they want him to make a public apology and say he's in breach of contract. So it's still that same old double standard, and I think it's something that you expect if you're going to be working with the folks who got a habit of controlling you.
White people.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the inner details and everything, but I know the one thing I do know is he stood up for what he wanted to do. He had a nah, fuck that moment. They said we're gonna fire you, and they said no, you know what, we ain't gonna fire you and all that. He's like, nah, fuck that. I'm the man. I want to do what I want to do. You can't buy me. And you don't have enough people that's able to say that and look their kids in the eyes and say, look, daddy did what daddy wanted to do because daddy's a man.
And daddy has planned his life. You know what I'm saying? Daddy's in control of his life.
Yeah, Nick gonna be alright. He getting child support from his baby mama. So
and I like at the end of his statement, he said, you know what, I'm going to go work in my community. I appreciated that, about the last part of the statement.
Yeah.
And but you absolutely right. If you don't play ball with these networks, and the big five networks, they basically blackball you, and it's crappy.
But he's willing to risk that. That's the dope part about it.
Because he a hustler. You can clown Nick all you want, but Nick got millions of dollars, and Nick do. That's why they kind of showed that on the Kevin Hart Real Men, whatever the shit called. Real Husband Hollywood. They try to show, they clown Nick, but they would have a couple episodes when they showed Nick getting all these checks. That's what Yeah, and that's what's really going on in his life. They kind of portraying what's really going on in each other's life. So Nick gonna be fine.
Yeah, Nick's gonna be fine.
And like you said, I'm proud of the brother because fuck them.
I mean, that's a great example, like you said, for him. Number one, being able to do that. That's going to inspire more people to be able to do that. And in the modern age, it's very, very Kaepernick-ish. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see the next one is who's going to have to step out on their square and stand on their principles and whatever the case may be. But it's a great example. Yeah, Jesse Williams. It's a great example of for black men. That can be an example for black women, black little girls, black boys. You know what I'm saying? And just in general, and ultimately, if you controlling your narrative and your world, then you can do what you want to do. And if you don't like it, then fuck you.
With very little repercussions. You'll be all right.
Right.
We also got to get to a point where you can step on your own square.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we were so beholden to, you know, white money and white power and white companies and white, you know, that we literally, I mean, we get comments, people acting like we ain't allowed to cuss in our fucking house because maybe somebody will hear it. You know what I mean? Like there's such a fear in us to be ourselves that it's like, you really want to say that? Or you should listen to yourself. Like I'm listening to myself.
Right. Fuck you.
You should listen to yourself.
Fuck you, bitch.
There's such an ingrained fear and this whole controlled you know aspect of being black that we don't even realize that it's because it's so natural and so normal.
It's so innate,
you know
and
what I mean?
subconscious.
Yeah.
I don't know what they scared of.
I mean, like on Facebook, I get people that'll inbox me. Hey man, I appreciate the shit you be posting, man. But they don't even like it though. You know what I mean? They never like the shit because I guess they think somebody might see them like it, question them about it, and they might lose their job.
That's because people's jobs watch your shit.
Yeah. So you
fuck them.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, you gotta even just get yourself in the position where you can really be a boss. The boss of your own life.
Yeah, and even with a job, you can set that up. I mean, you just got to get used to living below your means. You know what I mean? And then with the extra money, you got to put that into something that's going to liberate you from the position that you know.
Bitch assness.
Yeah, there you go.
It is. Knew it was gonna come out.
There's nothing wrong with doing what you got to do to get your money up, but your money should be able to be up. It shouldn't be up until you pay your bills, and then your shit is all gone again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
or you'll only come up once this other person tells you, "Look, I've chosen you to come up right now.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting you on this level, and everything is great."
Yeah, but then the bad habit we have is that I'm gonna bring you up, and as I bring you up, you bring a whole bunch of shit into your life that makes you still live at the edge of your means. You know what I'm saying? If you can be comfortable making $50,000 a year and you get bumped to 75. Stay at 50.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you can be comfortable making 20. You know, I get people who might be unemployed for a long time, and I tell them, like, look, you know how to live at the bottom now. Stay there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got a job now, but stay there. You know what you need.
You don't need a new
know
car.
what you don't fucking need.
Yeah.
Stay there and let your money do something for you so the next time somebody threatens you with a job, you can kind of roll it off.
Yeah.
It might get a little tight, but it won't be the end of everything. You won't be hiding your car and dodging phone calls and shit like that, you know.
And you know what? I'm happy he handled it like he handled it because the way these dirty motherfuckers work is he would have probably had this man apologize on TV and then turn around and still fired his ass.
Absolutely.
I just hope they don't throw some bogus court case on him to try to wrap up all his money and shit like they got a habit of doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's why we got to get our own avenues. And one of the things I would like to see is, we talked about it just a little bit ago, like some of these black shows that have a huge following, just do like a paid subscription.
On YouTube, we talk about.
YouTube does pay subscriptions, you know what I mean? So if you have $1 a month for like, Corey Holcomb or Boyce Watkins or Umar Johnson or,
Tyreek,
Zoe Williams, that's $1 a month. You know what I mean? So you can listen to all your favorite people for $10 a month, but that money could go toward building a platform that's really ours.
Right.
Especially people like Zoe trying to start a network. Yeah. He can use that money to go ahead and start your network.
Most people will sign up for that quick, and that's, if you got 10,000 people that sign up for that, that's $10,000 a month. You know what I mean? And that could be 10 people getting 10,000. That's $100,000 a month you bringing in that can turn into a pooled resource.
Right.
I think we're moving in. I think we're kind of moving into that direction. But we gotta, as a people, we gotta keep some stuff black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a title, or don't Dame Dash got like a network?
Yeah, he does.
I think he got a network online.
Who do?
Dame Dash.
Oh, okay.
It's like, kind of like his own
like
Netflix type.
Right. It's online and it streams content, and a lot of people are moving into that content space and all of that stuff. But the main thing is once you blow it up, and of course everything black gets popular with everybody. Yeah. We can't just sell it because we
quit selling the shit.
Yeah. And if you go sell it, maybe selling it to a group of black investors, somebody's not gonna censor real black shit. Yeah. If there's a such thing.
Bob Johnson.
You know what's interesting? I was just about to speak on him, right? So I was watching I guess Skip, what's the guy named Skip Gates. He I'm not sure which. Apparently, he got a lot of shows he does on PBS.
He always does things. Right.
Yeah. Right. He was interviewing a Bob Johnson. I think it's actually MLK and 40 Years Later or whatever that is how it worked. But he was interviewing Bob Johnson. Bob Johnson was talking about building BET and how it was in the early days and so on and so forth. And something he said stuck out to me because he said something to the effect of, you know, even when he originally sold BET, I was a young guy, I was 18. We all about the same age. I was about 18. And I knew it wasn't a good thing. I didn't know anything about business. I certainly wasn't as woke as I am now. But I was like, this motherfucker sold BET to Viacom. I know Viacom ain't black owned. This isn't good. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, how you separate what he got to do for his family and his legacy and so on and so forth, but at the same time, collectively us as a people, and you know, so I questioned that decision a long time ago, and I've periodically, when it come across my mind, I've questioned it. Right, this motherfucker gonna say to Skip Gates, one of his goals with BET was to prove to the white power structure, I forget exactly how he worded it, that they can make money off of black talent. Find somebody who's talented and invest money in them, and you can make money just as well as anybody else. And that was like a stated goal. And I'm like,
still good slaves,
right? And that's how it came off to me. I'm like, why the fuck would that be your goal?
Why would you care about what they think when you got your own shit?
The fuck?
Why do you care about what they think?
No wonder you build up the valuation and just fucking sold it. You know what I'm saying? Why is that your goal?
He basically walked away and said, "See, I did it."
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's a big problem that we have, though. We have a desperate, dire need to satisfy white America.
Right.
You know what I mean? White daddy in particular.
Right.
But you know, it's you know, this an illness, man. We got an illness that needs addressing. You know, but one thing I was thinking about earlier today, and it's really a beautiful thing if you think about like a Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or even a Marcus Garvey. You know that they had the ability to reach maybe 500 people at a time. You know what I mean? 1,000 maybe at a nice venue or something like that. But if you look at today, you know, we're able to share information so much more effectively. You know what I mean?
In real time.
Quickly, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like the shenanigans are they're slowing down. You know what I mean? The shenanigans they'll be able to be cut away. They got to make bigger and bolder. You know, play bigger and bolder tricks to get a half the response that they used to get. You know, you look at the Boyce Watkins video, it'll have 80,000 views in a week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, how long would it take for you to get a Malcolm X speech in New York, over in California?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for 80,000 people to hear
see,
it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a good thing. I think it's coming. You know, I just think we have to, you know, everybody got to
work together
and start actually putting the work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Start putting the work in and start think about your kids, man. Think about your future.
Think about your grandkids.
Yeah. Think
Your
about
great-grandkids,
think
man.
about
Legacy.
building shit. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
Build.
That's something Jadena said. That's one of his lines on one of the songs where he said, I'm thinking about the next 100 years. You thinking about today.
Yeah.
He got a lot of lines where then he said something about the teachers don't understand why they can't get through to the kids. And then he said something like, you silly bird, why you can't swim? You silly fish, why you can't fly? Something like that. I mean, he said it in rhyme, then it sounded way better. I just said it.
I know what he meant.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
But
Because I wasn't real rhymey.
yeah, right. You know, I just heard it.
You probably gonna be mad you fucking up his lyrics.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My bad.
I'm gonna go on this video and comment.
Right.
Who's this nigga with this hat on fucking up my lyrics?
That nigga whack ball.
Oh man, but yeah.
I understand the point though.
Yeah, we just gotta
Completely
think
makes sense.
beyond ourselves, man. I mean, our roles are entirely reversed in our community, and we just got to get them back to where they are. You know, a lot of black people had kids and look at their kids as if they're supposed to be a help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They lean on their children as if that's the natural order of things.
And look forward to kicking them out on their own with nothing.
Yeah.
It's like kicking a bird out the fucking
even-
nest. I hope you
even-
can fly, motherfucker. I hope you've been watching me.
They'll even put them in sports and say, "This is my ticket."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you had a 30-year jump on me.
Right. Right.
How fucking mine?
Yeah.
How am I
Build
being
for me.
leaned on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just gotta.
Because you run real fast.
Yeah. And so we just gotta break that cycle. But like I said, back to Nick Cannon, though, it's a good look. You know, I'm proud of him. Hopefully he'll continue to put his stuff out, and we put that support out there for him. You know. And this is important when after moves like this are made that we do go above and beyond to support the things that people do. Even if you ain't a big fan of him, even if you don't even think he's funny, just buy the shit.
Yeah.
It don't fucking matter. It's $10 fucking or whatever it is.
You know, it's bigger than. You can't ask people to put themselves out there when everybody who puts themselves out there fucking falls.
Because nobody
get shitted on.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's like saying, hey, jump, I'll catch you. And then motherfucker jump. You're like, this nigga jump.
Right.
Motherfuckers, a lot of times we back the wrong fucking people.
Yeah.
Man. We back assholes.
Yeah.
Like Nick Cannon should be back forever just from making that fucking statement.
Yeah.
You should have that man back no matter what he do.
Yeah.
We be backing assholes.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Like, we're addicted to what's bad for us.
And we are addicted to what the white man tells us to be addicted to.
What's bad for us. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's what's bad for us. And we got to start using our own brain. You know,
and get behind each other, supporting.
Yeah.
I'll support some shit just because it's black.
Me too.
Not gonna lie, I tell the kids all the time.
I buy books I know I ain't gonna have time to read probably for like years.
Right.
I got so many goddamn books at home.
Yeah.
I just be like, yes, let me buy the book.
That's why I switched the
trying
title.
to read them,
I was happy with Apple Music, but that's why I switched the title. I was like, because somebody made the point, oh, that's Jay-Z shit. And I was like, and I've known this is Jay-Z shit for a long time, but it never occurred to me that you go out of your way to try to buy black locally. Why the fuck you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like it better than Apple Music now. So
that's why even with like a lot of the clothing brands, things got fucked up because in the '90s when all the rappers and everybody was coming out, Rockaware, Shine John, and all of that, we was supporting them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, man, that's whack. We ain't wearing nothing but Gucci. Like, nigga, first of all, I can't even afford this shit.
Right.
Gucci what, nigga?
And then second of all, I'm not supporting my brother when I buy that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a good point.
Exactly.
Cross colors.
Yeah. And it make it seem like, you know, like it's a like FUBU, for example, one of the biggest brands for us, you know, coming up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, whether you wore it or not, it was a huge phenomenon. The acronym says it all. And, you know, I remember, and I don't know what he's doing now. I remember this was one rapper, Tabby Benet. And he said something about
Eric Benet, little brother or something?
Nah. He was
Do we rap sing?
Different cat.
Do we rap like Drake or something?
Right.
He singing all the time?
He was alright. I mean, you might not really. He was a cat from DC, but he said something in the song talking about how you was a Bama if you wore FUBU or something like that, and it was like, so what the fuck you wear then, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like you want to wear a bunch of European shit and make you fly, like you know what I mean? But that mentality is okay. If you like Gucci and all these high end brands, let's make a black one. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be.
And they got nice high end black.
Ramamar is
NYC.
Elephant.
Ain't it nice?
That shit they got some nice
Ramamar
shit.
NYC is
They
the
got some
shit.
real nice shit. They got like,
Ramamar
That
NYC.
shit down about to be the flash nigga on you.
And it's that one dude, he got
It's the shit Zerby wearing. With the wings.
Okay.
All that stuff.
And then it's another guy, he got a Netflix documentary. I forget his name. He's from London, though. He's like a world-class fashion designer or some shit. Apparently, he's from, I think he's of Nigerian descent or something like that.
Okay.
And I don't know what his shit is called, but he make all that couture, you know, made-to-order type shit or whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
All you gotta do is research on the internet, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I found, for 1 year, I think I put this on Facebook, but for 1 year I bought something from a black company for a whole year, twice a month. Like you research what you want.
Right. Yeah.
You just type it in. That's what the fuck Google is for.
Right.
The shit'll pop up. Say, I'm gonna buy something from them.
Yeah.
Did that shit for a fucking year.
Yeah.
Good.
It was a sister that did a experiment like that too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And you know, Cash was going in on her too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's such vitriol, especially from our own people.
Yeah.
Some of our own people about people who want to, you know what I'm saying, support.
Yeah, we see it as racism. We see it as being
call it whatever you want.
Reverse racism.
I don't give a fuck. As long as I'm still putting money in my brother's pocket. I don't care what title you put on it.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta stop caring.
Fuck you.
That shit too.
We care about too much shit. People care about too much of the wrong shit.
Yeah. We worry about everybody else but us.
Right. Or even just what everybody's what they labeling everything, what they calling us, what they saying about us, and all of that shit that don't matter.
Don't give a fuck.
I haven't got to them yet. I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about our own people though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But they do it too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Those are the
talking
people
about.
that
Our
are.
people.
They have acquiesced to the white power structure, so they against you.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
You got that black, red, and green on.
Right.
You know how niggas is.
Yeah. Tune you out instantly, you know what I mean?
So, to wrap that shit up,
Subscribe.
you the homeboy, Nick Cannon. You the homeboy. Stick to your guns, homie. Fuck them.